One, it's time to start now.
I hate work. I hate work. I just want to go home and play video games.
Hello. So, what did you think of the music? That was the best I was able to come up with no budget or anything like that of the sort. Oh goodness. But welcome. Welcome. Thank you for stepping into the law offices of Morris, and Morris. My name is Arata Morris. So old. Yeah, I be old. But no, thank you for tuning in to my debut today. Whether it's just only 0 people, 1 peoples, or 500 billion. I appreciate anyone at all coming to the debut today. Even though I've been streaming for a while, I've never had my own proper debut. So I figured it is high time for me to do one myself. My name is Arata Morris. And my job title is I'm both a lawyer and PR spokesperson for Ryuta Burial's family, the demon family. But before I get into that, let's just go over a little bit of some of the things that make me. So up above, you can see that I have. Well, you can't see my mouse cursor. I'm trying to point to it, but at the very top, I have the fan mark, which is normally, what I use to help brand my content. Like, say, for example, whenever I have certain streams on, I'll use that in the titles. I use it as a symbol for a lot of things. I'm the best. No, you're the best. You're the best for showing up, so thank you. Oh yeah, but no, I got the scales of justice, which I'm not the best at upholding myself. But I mean, that's every lawyer. So, it happens. It happens to be how it is. I am 32 years old. I'm an old man. Super duper ultra omega old. I'm ancient by today's standards. My bones are made out of dust. Not only are they made out of dust, my skin's made out of paper. My hair made out of ash. It's terrible. I'm just an old man. But I'm 32 years old. I'm 5'6" or 170 centimeters for people across the pond that don't use the same, say, measurement system that we do over here in the underworld. My birthday, July 25th. That was the day I was brought into this world, the 25th. I turned 32 this year. I love the background music. Sorry, I just love singing it. And now, up top, we get to see my job, lawyer and PR, for Ryuta's family. And a little bit of my backstory here. Personal lawyer and PR spokesperson for the Burial family. Was given the job shortly after he was born when Ryuta's father, aka the Demon Lord, brought him into the family due to the Demon Lord's mishaps, causing Arata's family to become unalive. Now, I can't say the bad no-no words, because my channel would get nuclear striked from orbit. But, basically, just a giant mishap ended up exploding everything in the hospital that I was born at, and I was the sole survivor. So Ryuta's father found me amongst the ash and rubble and decided that he needed just an extra servant for the family. And if I was able to withstand getting nuclear exploded, then I might be made of at least some stern stuff. I could at least be a somewhat useful servant to him and his family. I was given no prior training in being either a lawyer or PR or anything like that of the sort. So he's had to learn everything on his own, which is why he has not won a single case in his entire 32 years of being a lawyer. Which is absolutely true. I am the world's worst lawyer. I'm the guy before the first court case in all Ace Attorney games. It's terrible. I'm just that bad of a lawyer, but can you really blame me? I've had to learn everything on my own with the limited resources that I had. I mean, I never got to take a bar exam because the bar exam people just don't really like the idea of someone working for the devil trying to go over there and, take the exam. So, it is what it is. It's so stupid. But it's fun at the same time. When Ryuta grew restless and wanted to become a VTuber, Arata, Watashi, me myself, created the shell company known as Super Krunch to help fund the young demon slayer's ambition. Shortly after, Arata, me, Watashi, decided that he wanted to give VTubing a try since it had to at least be a little bit easier than being a lawyer. Which I would say is pretty true. I would say it's pretty true. You clients are way easier to talk to than every other client that I have to talk to at work. So, even though you make fun of me just as much as the clients at my job do, at least I know you do it more so in a joking manner. So that's okay. Funnily enough, the family business keeps Arata from streaming consistently, but it's alright since he can help Ryuta achieve his dreams through the shadowy underworld known as the legal system. So, usually due to work, I'm away from my home computer quite a bit. So unfortunately, that means I don't get to really stream as consistently as Ryuta does. But I try to support him the best I can, even if I'm not physically there to actually really help him. I try my best to, offer a helping hand, maybe behind the scenes and other things like that whenever I can't appear on stream on my own. So let's go to the next part of this presentation. Boom! My likes and dislikes. My likes are not working, which should be obvious. I hate my job. I hate having to go to work. It's terrible. It's probably the worst thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. I like amateur cooking. I don't say cooking or anything like that because I'm just a complete amateur at it. I like to just do small little cooking things here and there. Like, say for example, just the other day, I finally made my own homemade salsa. I broiled a bunch of tomatoes, jalapenos, onions, charred them to a crisp, blended them all up, added some seasoning, made beautiful fire roasted salsa. I've been eating it every day since. I'm seriously addicted to it. It's great. I absolutely love this stuff. I also use that salsa. I get 2 parts salsa to 1 part bean dip.
either like refried beans, bean dip, something along those lines. Mix them together and use that as a pizza sauce for homemade pizza. I make like the pizza dough from scratch. I use that as a sauce, and then whatever cheese and toppings I have, throw that in the oven and just bake myself up a pizza. Sometime or other, I need to show some of the photos of the things that I like to just cook every now and then. I'm not a great cook or anything like that, but I like cooking for myself. I like the stuff that I make. And, you know, it's therapeutic cooking. I really do enjoy getting to just cook. It helps keep my mind off of work. I don't have to think about work whenever I'm cooking and other things like that. Another one of my likes, singing when no one is around. I kind of do this out of habit whenever I'm streaming as well. I'll just start like humming or just singing whatever tune I have stuck in my head. It's also one of those other things that helps keep my mind off of work. You know, it's just something fun for whenever I'm just by myself. And then the last thing I like is taking naps. The ultimate in avoiding having to do any kind of work whatsoever. Whenever I'm sleeping, I'm basically dead to the world, and that's probably like the best thing imaginable. I love it. And then my dislikes, I don't really have too many dislikes. All I really dislike is working, which, like I said before, probably the worst thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life was having to work. And so since I've been working since birth, I've hated it ever since. It's never gotten any better. And hot summer days, which is every day down here in the underworld. So I'm miserable every single day. You would think growing up down here, I would be at least a little bit more resistant to heat, but Lord knows, no. I hate it. I dislike it greatly, but I can't tell that to the burial family, or else they just crank up the heat and make my life even worse. Because they just love torturing me, making my life miserable every day by making me work and making me hot. It's terrible. Just ignore what it says over there on the right. Just ignore that. Just that's something that I forgot to do. Insert something here to fill dead space. Now, let's go watch or take a look at some of my favorite anime. Now, this isn't all of my favorite anime, but I was looking over a list of all the anime that I really like right now. You get used to it. I've never gotten used to it. I'm 32, and never once have I gotten used to it. And hey, Rita, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Thank you for stepping into the law office of Morris, & Morris. Let me tell you, you make my life hell, figuratively and literally, since I'm having to burn down here all day and also have to work all day too. It's terrible. It's terrible. But welcome to the office anyway. I'm glad you can make it. You missed my music video, even though I kind of gave you a taste of it in private, so you at least saw, I would say, the majority of it. You didn't really miss too much. But that's okay. So let's talk about some of my favorite anime here. I got this handy dandy pie chart over here. Taking a look at it. Here, let me see. Let me get just a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, I got this handy dandy pie chart over here. It's a breakdown of all of my top 20 animes, which, once again, isn't every single anime I like, but I thought this selection was a good representation of my general taste. It's pretty much evenly split between the types of anime I like. There's action, comedy, and slice of life, with slice of life actually normally being mainly filled with cute girls doing cute things anime, but for the sake of it, I just left it at slice of life. So for action, you got classics like, say, Hokuto no Ken or Fist of the North Star. Probably one of my most favorite anime of all time, even though I would say probably my favorite overall is Slice of Life. Hokuto no Ken is one of my absolute most favorites. Absolutely love everything about it. And then after that we got Kenzen Robo Daime Dollar. You could kind of consider that a comedy as well. But it's such a great mecha show, action show. Absolutely love the main character. It kind of... Well, I won't spoil anything about the show if you haven't watched it yet. But great and funny, interesting premise. I absolutely love it. Someday I need to read... oh shit, I forgot about that show. I think we watched at least 1 or 2 episodes together. I can't remember. But I want to say at least a couple, but great show nonetheless. Another action show that could technically be considered a comedy just because of the premise of it is Ore Twintail ni Narimasu. It's a show just literally about a guy's extreme love of twin tails, basically giving him superpowers. It's amazing. It gets quality episodes towards the end. You can see the budget deteriorate towards the end of it, but a great show overall. Absolutely love it. And then lastly, to round out action, is Kore wa Zombie desu ka? Which almost all of these shows that I have in action, except for Hokuto no Ken, could be comedy shows. But Kore wa Zombie desu ka, absolutely love that one too. Great show, highly recommend it. There's the... Sorry, I'm just thinking of like just the one meme from this show that most people have probably seen. I'm trying. Okay, I have to look it up right now. Oh gosh, what episode was it even from? Oh no, I didn't mean to. No, go back. Oops, I fat fingered the wrong button. My bad. But no, basically, just there's a scene from the show. And there's a scene from the show where it's the main character imagining the main girl saying something to her. Oh, can I not find the clip of it? But basically, she just says, "Etchy sketchy one touchy." No, why is it? No! No! Oops, no, my... I keep messing things up. I apologize. This presentation isn't going well. Okay, how about I don't look for it right now? But, etchy... I know. My slideshow's going terrible. I'm revealing everything that's happening later on in the slideshow. I'm sorry. Normally... I don't have access to being able to also sit at my own personal computer whenever I'm doing presentations at work. So, I apologize. I didn't mean for that to happen. So, let me just log off of YouTube for now and just continue with the presentation. So, for comedy shows, I really enjoyed Bimbo Gami Ga. I've had the OP for that show stuck in my head for years. Years now. I got 1 way, 2 way, 3 way, 4 way. I cannot get it out of my head. But great and funny show. Really enjoy it. Same with Danshikokosei no Nichijo. Good. You could consider that a slice of life show. Oh, also DMG the clip. Okay, there we go. Thank you. I was trying to find it, but for my YouTube foo was extremely lacking just now. Sorry, I'm dying. Oh, why didn't I mute? I apologize. But Danshikokosei no Nichijo, great, funny show. Similar to another show on this list down the road here, but basically just a comedy show, slice of life about a group of boys going to high school and just like all the crazy shenanigans that they get into. It's kind of almost more so like, say, a clip show of just like a bunch of just different moments happening throughout, several days. Great show. Another one, Majimoji Rurumo. Really nice little, just a really neat, comfy anime to watch. I really like watching it every now and then, just for something nice about a cute witch girl living under the stairs of a high school boy. Just a really nice little show overall. Now another one that I really enjoy is Mangaka-san to Assistant-san, which came out before this one other show by the same author called Aho Girl. But Mangaka-san to Assistant-san, if you've ever watched Aho Girl, you would like this show as well. Same type of comedy. It's about a mangaka and his assistant, and just them working together, and he's a giant pervert, always constantly harassing his assistant and everyone else, and just the wacky shenanigans that gets up to there. Next up is Rokubu. I was really debating on whether or not I wanted to actually put this on the list. With how much I really like the show, I didn't know if I wanted to put it on the list. But I had to at least get some lolly shows on here. But Rokubu is about elementary school girls playing basketball and their high school student coach basically helping them grow, get better at basketball, overcome personal odds, and other things like that. Thank you. Ooh, oh, Momomo, thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, no, why isn't it popping up? No, where's my... Ayo? Welcome, Momo, to the stream. Oh, why didn't my... Oh, gosh, dang it. I thought I had everything good to go for this. Oh, I'm so stupid. I have it below everything else. No. Oh, I'm so stupid. You have this cup already? Yes. Maybe wrong layer? Yeah, I had it on the wrong layer. It's because I just created I just threw this presentation on top without thinking about the layers and everything. So, nice scuff. Here. Okay, since you didn't get to see it, I just want to show what my little action looks like. Oop. Here, let's... Okay, hopefully this works. Hopefully I got it on the right layer. Thank you. There we go. Oh, it's me waving. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes. I have the VOD turned on. I didn't make... I learned from watching Ryuta's stream to not make the same mistake. So no, I have VODs turned on, and I'll also have this uploaded to my YouTube channel later on, which you can see conveniently down at the bottom right at Arata Morris. I can't believe someone actually knows about it. Knows about what the VOD button. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the YouTube channel. Also, yes. Also is another. I'm never going to forgive Twitch for keeping it off by default. Yeah, it really stinks. You would think with how big the Amazon Web Service cloud services, how much they have, that they could at least leave it on by default. But from a business standpoint, I understand, you know, some 0-1 view VOD compilation of 500 5-hour-long videos isn't going to make anywhere near as much money as just a regular business client. So, I mean, I understand from a business point of view, it makes sense. But to the people actually using the platform, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But you know what's not terrible? Is a show called Seidokai Yakuin Domo. I don't know if anyone here has actually watched that show, but really funny. Just mainly slapstick, a bunch of sex jokes, high school setting, just like a perverted student council that keeps on gay. Cornflake. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Thank you for stepping into the office. I appreciate it. I saw that you had followed as well, so thank you for that. I knew like you, so you can... Nope, I made you mad, so that's... I mean, I understand. But if you've never heard of Seidokai Yakuin Domo, it has, I think, 2 seasons, and then a series of OVAs. Just if you like... it's similar to another show called Shimonetta, but just more slapstick. No, not all the stabby stab emojis. I'm getting stabbed in my own debut. It's terrible. But if you like Shimonetta, you would like Seidokai Yakuin Domo. Ryu can't save you now. Well, I was never saved to begin with, so it's okay. I go play MC. Well, I don't know if you're actually going to leave or anything like that, but if you're leaving, thank you for showing up. I do appreciate it. And if you are playing Minecraft, I hope you have some fun with that as well. Maybe just chill for a little bit. Minecraft, definitely. That's what I should have probably put in one of my likes, was Minecraft. I just love just vegging out and playing Minecraft. Turn brain off, play Minecraft. But... just a couple other shows. Sakigake, Cromartie, Koko, or Cromartie High, as it's also known. Also another high school boy anime. Just a bunch of crazy stuff constantly happening in the show. Absolutely hilarious. One of the only shows where I would say both the dub and sub are fantastic for the show. You can watch it in either language and have a great time with it. Absolutely love the show. And then last, to round out comedy, Tonari no Seiki-kun, my neighbor Seiki. Basically, a girl sitting next to this guy in class named Seiki, who doesn't really talk or anything like that, but just goes absolutely crazy doing stuff at his desk every single day. And the main girl just flipping her lid, seeing all of the stuff he does, and she's just constantly thinking to herself, what the heck is Seiki-kun up to? Great little comedy series. Absolutely love it. And then now, for the slice of life, which makes up the last 40% of this. Arata. Corvic. Stibbity stab. No stibbity stabbities. No. Snibbity snabbity. Thank you for the stibbity stabbities. Right in the backity. And then, once again, I go create a cult now. A cult? What kind of cult? Hopefully, a fun cult. You're welcome. Oh yeah. But last 8 shows, 40%. I'll gladly stab you. You just gotta ask. Everyone allowed to stibbity stab me. I've ruined many lives unintentionally. It's terrible. A cult of murder. The murder Arata cult. No! At least let me get done with my presentation before I get viciously murdered. We'll just break down some of these slice of life. Hold on. Ryuta won't get back to me if I do, right? Well, I mean, he might. Well, he might not. But his dad would be super pissed if you killed one of his servants. I mean, I don't make the rules here. Ryu loves me so. Aw, I am his child. Nope, I'm just a poor worker bee. I'm not fit to be anyone's dad. It's terrible. But does your grandpa like you? Watashi? No, my whole family's dead. Dead. Got absolutely massacred whenever I was born by Ryuta's dad. It is terrible. Here, let's see. Can I go back in the slide a little bit? Boom. Yeah, there we go. I want Ryu now. Well, I know he's here in chat. Send him a message. Or at least I want to say he's in chat. Maybe he's just lurking. I'm not sure. But no. Oh. Delete me item. Welcome to chat. Oh no. Did my stream? Hello? Doko? Oh. Oh, I just got back. But no. First parts. My whole family was murdered. So, very unfortunate. Not too many likes and dislikes. But no, I really like watching Slice of Life. Barakamon is great, really cute, wholesome. Gochumon wa Asagi desu ka, also really cute. Basically, all these Slice of Life shows, extremely cute. Was it a whimsical being? No, unfortunately it wasn't very whimsical. My whole family got nuclearized. Stop, Arata. My whole family nuclearized by, the Demon Lord himself. Very terrible, very gruesome. The whole city completely wiped out. Absolutely tragedy. Nuclearized, toasted, roasted, grilled, cheesed, pavemented. It is terrible. But somehow I managed to survive. I thought I was allowed to have knives as long as they weren't used on me. Nope. No knives. But no, basically, all of these shows, cute girls basically doing cute things. Wakako Zake is a standout because absolutely short show, but I really, really enjoy it because I could sympathize with Wakako. Basically a businesswoman. At the end of work every day, she just goes out to a new place to eat. Cheese to meet the Grim Reaper. Is that the Grim Reaper? I'm gonna go back to playing MC since Ryu won't join me. Oh. Ryu, go play MC with her. Do it now. God, I love this video so much. Oh no. Are you talking about the Grim Reaper video? The one with the beep? He a busy father. Yeah, but let's move on to the next slide. Talk about some of the video games that I like. Now, in this one, you can see a little bit more variety in it. At least 4 categories instead of 3. You got action adventure, fighting, role-playing games, and shooters. I'm somewhat in a phase of watching old memes I love. So that's how I get every now and then, too. I really like finding just old videos I used to watch way back in the day and reminiscing about somewhat better times. I don't laugh at memes. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That one ended the Undertale. Give us your balls. See, okay, now that one I don't know of. But I do remember.
Remember, son, dying is gay. Yes, father.
I don't know why, but they don't make me laugh. Yes, they do. You wouldn't have sent me memes if they didn't make you laugh. I make you laugh for being so ugly. That's great. No, I really love old memes. I was even like reminiscing about the other day. One of the craziest things that had happened to me was I was driving from one client's place to another client, and in like this giant lifted truck right next to me, they were just blasting Caramel Dancing. I was flipping my lid because the truck was just completely black rims, black tint, the whole thing just a matte black, just blasting Caramel Dancing. I thought it was one of the absolute funniest things. Almost as funny as Pickle Rick. One of the absolute funniest things I had ever seen. Or heard, I guess. And it just got me thinking, I miss early 2000s memes and stuff like that. They're always good times. Wubba lubba dub dub. Wubba lubba dub dub. I don't know. Just the whole Wubba lubba dub dub just reminds me of from back in the day as well. How completely blown out of proportion Big Bang Theory was. And how Bazinga was absolutely spammed everywhere. And how just like all the variants of Bazinga, like Blazorple or Blazaga, there were. It's just so funny. So, like, I'm not laughing at the Wubba Lubba Dub Dub itself. More so just, like, everything else surrounding it. It's so silly. Oh, but no. Enough reminiscing about old times. Let's talk a little bit more about some of these things I like. Now, with games, I had to list franchises instead of really, like, say, individual games. Because then this list would be, like, 500 billion entries. I can't believe he's the most loyal Rick and Morty. For some reason, all the external stuff about Rick and Morty is better than the show itself. Which is funny, because I actually watched season 1 and 2 whenever they were first out. Like, not like as soon as the show came out. I think it's like I watched the show after season 2 ended. A friend recommended it to me, and I was like, you know what? Okay, fine. Because at the time, I was really coming back home, like, say, maybe, like, 12, 1 o'clock at night. So I was like, oh, hey, my friend recommended me this show. How about I just boot it on? Ended up blasting through season 1 in a single night. I have no idea why. Like, I had a fun time watching it. Then the next night, I watched season 2 all in a single sitting. And then I never watched anything else Rick and Morty ever again. I only watched season 1 and season 2 over the course of like a couple of days. And then stopped. For me, literally, the Szechuan sauce situation is so funny. The first 2 to 3 seasons were great. See, I really liked what I did watch. Season 1 and 2. I really did like it. But for whatever reason, I just had no interest in watching season 3, 4, or what, I think 5, maybe 6 now? I don't even know. But 4, I got kind of petty because it needed half a year to get here. And at that point, I lost interest. See, that's how it was for me with season 2. I ended up, since I blasted through everything in a single sitting, I ended up just completely losing interest in the show entirely after I watched those first 2 seasons, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll get motivated to watch it again, but it's never come back, ever. And especially with what some people are saying about the show, like, in later seasons, I don't feel like getting reinvested back into it at all. If I'll just be disappointed in it. So I just like to pack it up as a nice little enjoyable time in my life. Whenever I watch the first 2 seasons of Rick and Morty, tuck that away into a box and just store it in the attic known as the deep dark recesses of my mind. And then I'll laugh at stupid things like Wubba Lubba Dub Dub for no reason several years later. Oh, goodness. Sorry, my throat is dry. Here, give me 1 second. I need to go grab my drink, which I thought I had here. I'm just going to step out of the office really quick and be right back. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I just had to drink something to clear my throat. Good heavens. Terrible. But let's take a look at some of these games I like. A lot of franchises I really enjoy. But not so many individual games. Like, if we look at the list here, there's 1, 2... Well, actually, the whole roleplay... Now that I look at it, the whole role-playing category is nothing but just individual entries. Same with fighting games. So, actually, more individual games than what I had thought. But let's take a look at some of them. The action-adventure being what I really like. As you can see in this chart, 7 entries, taking up 44% of this top 16. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's top. Senran Kagura is extremely based. Which, since you also follow Ryuta, and you know about Super Krunch, there's a very specific reason why Super Krunch is named the way it is. You could probably guess after bringing up Senran Kagura. I really like the Evil Within, both 1 and 2. Great games. I thought you just liked cereals. Super Krunch does sound like a cereal brand. But no, if you take the initials of both, it's the same thing. Because originally, I know that my backstory is that I was brought into the family, basically from birth, and I'd known Ryuta ever since. What ended up getting us to really bond with each other, kind of really becoming friends with each other, was our mutual like of Senran Kagura. Both of us really liked the series. A lot. And that's basically the first step into us becoming friends for, gosh dang, a long time now. Long time we've known each other. And I've at least, I'd say for Rick once again saving the world. You got that right. Senran Kagura has truly been a great blessing in my life. One of the only good things I would say that ever really happened to me in life was Senran Kagura and literally the friends I made along the way. Although it's not really an innocent game nowadays, I think. It kinda... Oh, yeah, thank you. There's the gacha that I was playing for a while there, but my phone, since I don't really get paid by the burial family, I have to build the phone that I have from scratch, from scrapped parts, and my phone isn't the greatest in the world. So I was able to play the gacha for a little bit, but I had to stop because my phone basically was going to explode if I kept playing it. Didn't Sony force them to be squeaky clean to get released on the PlayStation? There's a whole bunch of several factors that ended up pretty much turning Senran Kagura into a gacha series. Takaki being stubborn about only wanting to release on PlayStation. PlayStation at the time, whenever 7 was supposed to come out. That's whenever their new policies really went into high gear about Japanese games not being able to have certain things in them that basically screwed over the franchise as a whole. Once again, Takaki's refusal to release mainline games on Switch, and so basically the series just is now like a dormant franchise, only saved really by gacha, which is actually extremely surprising that Senran Kagura has lasted so long as a gacha now. Because normally with franchises like this, the gachas don't really last that long. But surprisingly, New Link has been pretty good. I did really enjoy the game whenever I was able to play it. I had a fun time with it. It being gacha mix. It does, but I'm one of the people that unironically liked the story of the Senran Kagura franchise. Yes, the girls all had big bazoongas. They had ample life and fleshed out hometowns, but I also did really enjoy the stories of the girls. Gachas are where fan service lives now, unfortunately. Yeah, but big rip for the fighting game fans. Speaking of fighting games, notice how I just only have one single fighting game on there. I like several fighting games. I get down on Super Turbo. I really enjoy it. I play DJ and Ryu. I really like, one of my more favorite ones is Street Fighter EX 2 Plus. Really enjoyed that one. It's not actually made by Capcom, but made by Arata. Really fun. Like, that one feels like Street Fighter 2 with like original characters, and along with Fighting EX Slayer that recently came out like in the past like 5 some odd years, which is basically just a continuation of those games, but with only the original characters. Great fun game. I also really liked Street Fighter 4 Omega Mode in it too. I really liked those. I really enjoyed playing Skullgirls. For the little time that I did get to play it, I had, what was my team? It was Painwheel, Robo Fortune, and Peacock. Really enjoyed that game as well. There's some indie fighting games that I really liked, like Dojin fighting games. One called Big Bang Beat R. Absolute, like, maybe 5 people have ever played it total, but I really enjoyed that game. But I like all of those games. But I love Killer Instinct 2013. To me, hands down, the absolute best fighting game of all time. Great cast of characters, great amazing play styles. Everyone feels broken, but it's all relatively balanced. There's obviously some characters that are really good, some characters that are really bad, but it's all balanced within each other, and you could do great as long as, you know, there's like at least 1 or 2 characters you really like and you really put the time into it. I mean, I know everyone says that about each game that they like, but I feel like Killer Instinct does a phenomenal job at it. Absolutely beautiful, like, not like visually. Visually, it's got a little bit of a stank on it. But like, in the sense of like watching everything happening, in terms of everything happening, you have it all. You have absolute crazy anime shenanigans like you would see in, well, I was about to say Guilty Gear Strive, but maybe like a couple games before that one. Like Marvel type play. But you also have more grounded, footsie-focused matchups as well. You get a great variety in Killer Instinct. I absolutely love that game to death. And I was absolutely flabbergasted when they announced that they were going to do another update to the game 5 years after its final update. Whenever they announced that at EVO this year. Shocked, I tell you. Shocked! I don't really play it too much anymore. Not because I hate it or anything, but for a while there, that was like the only game I played for like a few years straight. Like, literally, I didn't play anything else except for Killer Instinct. And so now I am playing more games, but Killer Instinct will always have a soft spot in my heart. And that's what I should probably do, now that I think about it. I kind of want to do that as just like, if I don't have a stream idea in mind, I want to go through the Shadow Lords mode on Killer Instinct, which is basically like, something I really like about the game is that it's kind of like a roguelike fighting game mode. It's pretty fun. You choose 3 characters that you want to play, and you go through like a set of fights with like special modifiers to them, making it an overall fun little mode. It's not like super deep or anything, but it's nice and relaxing, and I should probably do that as a stream game sometime or other, just whenever I don't think about doing anything else. But to go through some of the list of the games I like, Evil Within franchise, absolutely love both games. Most fans are evenly split between liking either the first game or second game. because they're pretty different from each other in terms of gameplay. But I really enjoy both. I had a great fun time with both. I played both of them back to back, and even though it was different going from 1 to 2, I enjoyed both of them. Hi-Fi Rush, also a great little action game that came out. Wait, was it this? Yeah, back in February, right? Yeah, it came out this year. Great action game. Love it. Same with Like a Dragon, formerly Yakuza franchise. I marathoned all of the games. Starting, oddly enough, I started at 7, or the first game that is called here in the West, Like a Dragon. I started with that one because I thought to myself, oh, okay, well maybe it's kind of like, you know, since it's subtitled different, maybe it's a good starting point for someone new. And it wasn't bad as a starting point. But I then played the games related to it. The Judgment franchise, Judgment and Lost Judgment. Enjoyed both of those games, since that one was in the same setting, but completely different characters. So I thought to myself, oh, okay, I might as well play these. Enjoy them. I absolutely loved both of those games. Great action games. And then I finally went through the original Yakuza franchise proper, marathoned them over the course of like a year, back to back to back to back. Beat all of them in a row, fell in love with them. Love that series. Probably one of my most favorite franchises of all time. Absolutely great. Same with Little Nightmares. I played Little Nightmares 1 and 2 back to back. Really just cute little horror game. There's another one that's not on this list called Franbo. That's also similar. It's more of a point and click adventure, but a cute little horror game. I gotta have Minecraft up there because, well, I love playing Minecraft. I'll spend several hours a day just goofing around in whatever new survival world I make, building up bases. It's a great game to play whenever I don't want to think about anything else. Psychonauts, played 1 and 2, also basically just back to back. Both great little platformers. Psychonauts 2 holds up really well compared to the first one. It feels like a great sequel to it, like to me personally. I definitely recommend it if you like platformers. And then lastly, Senran Kagura. Already got into it a little bit, but I loved all of the games. My very first one was technically the second one in the series, Shinobi Versus. That is the game I started with, but then I went through the rest of the games. Burst, then Senran Kagura 2, Estival Versus. I played all of them, Peach Beach Splash, Burst Renewal, and just loved the stories in all of them. Now for role-playing games, Bug Fables. I had a really fun time with it, because I liked the original Paper Mario. I didn't like it as much as Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. For me personally, it's going to sound a little bit controversial, contrarian rather, but if I had to rank the Mario RPG games in terms of series ones that I like, I would rate Legend of the Seven Stars first, then Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, like the Mario and Luigi series, second, and then Paper Mario third. I really like all of the Mario RPG game series, but for me, Super Mario RPG. Mwah. Perfect, short little RPG game. Absolutely play it like maybe like once a year or every other year. I always have to go back and play it. I absolutely love the game. You also got Aiden Chronicle Rising, which is kind of like a precursor to a game that's going to come out somewhat soonish. Another game called or it's just going to be, or I think it's Aiden Chronicle 100 something. I can't remember what it is, but it's kind of like a short little prequel to it to kind of set up the world. Short game, like maybe only 20 hours to 100% everything, but extremely short, extremely enjoyable little game. absolutely recommend it if you like little short side-scrolling RPGs. Fun game. Scarlet Nexus, also another one I really enjoyed. Action RPG. Even though I have it on the list, I don't really have too much to say about it. All I know is that I enjoyed it. I liked both routes, both characters. There's some fun stuff to do in the game. I liked the setting. And just overall, fun. Now, in this last category, 3 out of the 4 games are, like, the most... Like, there's 4 games on here, or franchises, that have had the absolute most impact on my life completely. And 3 of them are down here in the shooter category. There's Armored Core. Been a big fan since the very first one. Absolutely loved playing Armored Core growing up. I rented every single game that I possibly could each time they would come out. And the very first game I ever bought with my own money was Armored Core Nexus for PlayStation 2. I still have that game to this day. One of my most fond memories was working just to save up enough money to buy it. And so now I'm absolutely stoked that there's a new Armored Core finally coming out after all these years. Because I remember back in, oh gosh, what was it? 2013-ish? 2014? I can't remember. But whenever the original Dark Souls first came out, I bought that game on launch because I wanted to support From Software in making a game that wasn't Armored Core. Because of how much I loved Armored Core, I wanted to support FromSoft. And I bought Dark Souls on launch after hearing people praise Demon Souls. Absolutely love Dark Souls. It was a great little game. But I've always kind of wished that they would make another Armored Core game after they made 5. Because there were some things in Armored Core 5 I didn't really care too much about, like gameplay systems. So I was always hoping like, oh okay, hopefully just the next one that they make, like maybe after they do Dark Souls 2 or 3 or whatever, hopefully they would make a new Armored Core game. But shoot, I've been almost a decade now since the last Armored Core game. So I'm excited that there's a new one finally coming out, and it looks pretty good. Although some of the things about it feel a little bit different, but I know that's because of FromSoft and recently coming off of, like, say, making the Souls games and stuff like that. There's some things in the new Armored Core that kind of looks more similar to how those games are, but it's not enough for me to outright dismiss the whole game. I'm going to enjoy my time with it. Another game series I absolutely love, Earth Defense Force. EDF! EDF! I actually got started with EDF 2 on the Vita. Thank you, Vita, for introducing me to both Senran Kagura and Earth Defense Force. Started with 2, played 2017, played 2024, and also 4.1, and then now 5, and then now I'm just waiting on EDF 6 to finish getting its DLC in Japan, so that hopefully it finally comes out over here in the States. Because usually it takes about roughly a year or so, year and a half, maybe 2 years, after the final DLC comes out in Japan for it to come stateside. So hopefully, I'm praying that, maybe next year, EDF 6, English release. I'll be excited for it. Now, one that I played more recently, Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. There's only 2 games, Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 1 and 2. But they're side-scrolling shooter. I think I want to say the original one came out maybe 2014, 2015? Somewhere along those lines. And then the second one came out in 2018, and only this year did I find out there was actually a sequel to the original one. So I played it this year and beat it. Had a really fun time with it. Both great, both fun little side-scrolling shooters. The first one, absolutely brutal difficulty. Second one, a little bit easier because you're given like a little bit more movement freedom options compared to the first one. But great little game series. 2 fun little side-scrolling shooters. Absolutely love them. And then last but certainly not least is Halo franchise, but only the Bungie era of games, which I feel like is probably an extremely common sentiment amongst Halo fans, is that really only the Bungie era is like the good Halo games. Like Halo, for many people, including myself, died with, like, the series ended at Reach. Like, there's no other games that came out afterwards. Not a single game more came out after Reach. But for the games that we do have from this era, beautiful, beautiful games that I really love to just run and gun through, like every like year or two or whatever. Just a really fun time. I'll just choose like a random one of the 3, like maybe throw it on Legendary or like Heroic for Halo 2, because I don't feel like pulling out what little hairs I have remaining off of the top of my head, and just have a fun time. Just fun little FPS. Absolutely love both of them. So that's a pretty good spread of like the main games I really do enjoy. I think that's a pretty like a good little spread of games overall. And hopefully with getting to see at least a little bit of my tastes, get to understand me a little bit better. Now, since this stream isn't going to be too terribly long, we're just go down to the final slide, which is my upcoming schedule. Now, my schedule, unfortunately, isn't the best schedule in the world, just because of how work is. I can't really get too much time to, like, say, stream consistently. Like, usually Thursdays and Fridays are insert fan art. Hello, Mark. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, every VTuber schedule has to have like some art or fan art, on the stream schedule. Now, I'm leaving it blank until one day maybe someone will take pity on me and draw me even like a little shitpost image. I'll put that in the schedule, because any art is nice. I really do enjoy it. But no, my schedule, unfortunately, is extremely barren compared to, say, someone like Ryuda, where it's Monday today. It's my debut, so I'm already streaming today. Tuesday is going to be finishing up Remnant, the first Remnant, because I'm pretty sure I'm at like the final boss right now in the game. So I'm going to finish that, and then maybe like just start streaming like a different game, so that way it's not just like maybe 30 minutes of me just trying to fight a single boss. No, this is this week's schedule. Yeah, next Monday. No, this is for I mean, I know I should have probably put like the actual date on there, and I'll release like a updated version of the schedule on my X account. X, not Twitter. X, formerly Twitter, at Arata_Morris. Good luck on the debut next week. Thank you. Thank you for giving me inspiration for next week. But no, I'll have an updated one for it. I'll say that it's for this week. This week. Or this schedule is for this week of streams. Now, normally, Thursday and Fridays are the days that I absolutely cannot ignore any work. So I always have to go back to the office, get work done on those days. And then Saturday and Sunday, usually those days are up in the air, just because, unfortunately, depending on how much work I get on Thursday and Friday, sometimes it kind of bleeds into Saturday and Sunday. So I hate having to put TBD on there, because that's one of the absolute worst things I could possibly do to to like, you know, say get people to actually watch me, is like stream at an inconsistent time, like irregular. But all I can say for now though is that tomorrow I'll be streaming Remnant, and then maybe some other game. Like say maybe I'll do like Killer Instinct or something like that. That would be fun. Wednesday, I'll just probably chillax, relax, max all cool. Look man, I've seen worse. No, it's terrible. Like having like only 3 streams in a week. Entire week. Sometimes that's how my schedules are. Is like there's times where I'll go like weeks without streaming just because of how absolutely brutal the work I get from Thursday and Friday are. Like it bleeds into the entire next like rest of the week, and then loops back into Thursday, and I gotta repeat the cycle. So it's absolutely terrible. But I really want to try to actually get something on there. Usually, maybe by like Thursday or Friday, I'll know if I have extra work. So I'll update the schedule once again to show. I'll update the schedule once I have a good grasp on what it is, so that way, you know, people aren't left in the air wondering, when's Arata going to stream next time? When? What's he going to stream next? But yeah, this is my current schedule for the week. At the very least, I always absolutely know I cannot stream on Thursdays and Fridays. Most of the time, the rest of the week is up in the air, but I'm going to try my best. I also try to make sure to communicate to everyone, let you know if work ends up calling me in and I have to go take care of something, which is unfortunate to cancel streams because of that. But hopefully with this week, like I feel like if I put out a schedule, it'll help me stay more consistent with it, because it's not just me deciding, but I'm making a promise to you, all of my clients, that I'll be available on these certain days. So on my X account later on, I'll post an updated schedule. Same with in the Super Krunch Discord. I'll post an updated schedule saying that this is for this week. But beyond that though, Wednesday play some more Potion Craft. Oh, Tuesday, for the Remnant stream, that will probably actually be on the original Super Krunch channel, because that's where I have the playthrough going, and so I want to finish it on there. So hopefully, I'll be able to get all of this taken care of, and we'll be able to get the rest of this schedule filled with more streams. But no, that's pretty much, yeah, I would say that's pretty much everything I have to talk about. Makes a schedule for this channel. The random streams on another channel. I know. It's terrible. I know, it's one of the absolute worst things, but I'm just trying to follow Ryuta's example here, because Remnant will be the last stream I do on the Super Krunch channel. It's going to be the absolute last one, since that's the last game that I need to finish on there. I apologize about the confusion on this, but I'll have everything taken care of after that. But beyond that though, let's see. Here, let's see. Let's step back into the office for now. So yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to go through my last stream on the Super Krunch. I can't believe Arata broke up with Ryu. I know. It was a mutual separation. He didn't like the idea of being chained to me anymore, which understandable since I don't stream nearly as often as he does. So he wants to grow his own brand, which I respect him for doing. You know, he finally outgrew the Super Krunch brand, and I'm glad he's finally able to step out on his own without needing the Super Krunch brand to hold him back, or like hold him back. You know what I mean? Is domestic abuse, wasn't it? Or wasn't it? Nah, it wasn't anything like that. It's just basically more so falling out of love, if you know what that is. Or I mean, yeah, you probably do, but if you've ever experienced that, where it's just drift apart after a bit of time. But that's okay. You know, sometimes we just have to move on. Outgrows the escape route. Oh. No, why didn't it show up on the stream? Fuck. Why? What? Why didn't it show up? Hold on. What did he mean by this? Hold on, wait. I have to... Why did that not work? Why did it not show up? Okay, hold on. Let's see. Thank you. Why is that also playing? No! Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm testing a few things. Boom. Okay. Test again. Thank you. Why isn't it showing up? No! Arata follows around it twice. I'm getting upset. Why is it not? Oh, that's the latest fault. Oh, okay. So, okay. There's that one. Talk so much message. Wait, where is it? Oh, okay, I'm extremely confused right now. Why is it not showing up? Okay, how about I get rid of it and then re-add it? I just want you to see the stupid little animation I made. That's all. Thank you. Oh, wrong corner, no! There we go. Look, it's me waving. Okay, I don't know why that stopped working just out of the blue. Man, I got to follow myself 3 times. Isn't that great? And thank you, business assistant, for helping me out. Thrice. I have to test these things. And I did a gorilla stream on this channel, where I had everything working just fine. And so now, it starts just messing with me whenever I do my debut. It's terrible. I can't believe that the business assistant would just mess with me like that. I literally cannot even right now. But probably, okay, before I end the stream, I'm going to play my music video one more time for the people that missed it. So, get yourself a body bag and strap yourself in, because here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time to start now.
I hate work. I hate work. I just want to go home and play video games. Well, what did you think? made the music, the animation all on my own. You know, you have to go on X, thank at Arata_Morris for the beautiful music, the music video, the animation. Absolutely, mwah. Kiss his fingertips. You know, I was actually wanting to throw that onto Spotify. I was trying to see if I could get it on Spotify, so that way it was available by the time this stream came. But all the options I was looking at, unfortunately, made me charged me a subscription fee to keep music on those platforms. So I was like, that's a little bit too much for, you know, the small little lawyer who makes no money. You know, it's terrible. It's a no bueno. Oh, you know what? Speaking of bueno, you know what is bueno though? You know, some people are probably going to get mad at me that I wasn't doing this earlier, but I mean, I'm just put on SoundCloud. I should put. You know what? I don't know why I didn't think about that. Put that on SoundCloud. Yeah, that's smart. I mean, I'll have. I'm going to put that. I'm going to throw that music video on YouTube. It'll be great. But, you know, something most people would probably get mad at me for doing is, for a lot of people, I know everyone, or yeah, for the majority of people, I know they prefer dark mode for user interfaces and things like that. Me, normally, I actually do like light theme on most of my stuff, but because I know not everyone likes light theme stuff, I have this setup. Boom! Dark theme for the stream. I have that for all of my layouts. I have both a light and dark theme set up. And don't you like that my office changes to nighttime whenever I change to a dark theme? It's so cool. I really enjoy it. But no, thank you everyone for tuning in to my precious debut. Thank you for Ryuta for giving me the chance to, you know, make it this far in VTubing. Nothing but love for him. And thank you to everyone else that has supported me throughout this entire journey, and hopefully we could keep on solving more cases together. So until my next stream, I hope you all take care. Goodbye.